Okay, welcome back to Eden Zero, anime review episode number 8. This I'm reviewing the 8th episode of the series, Wind Howls on the Highway. Yeah, this one finishes up chapter 15 of the manga. It goes straight through 16, 17, and it goes through most of chapter 18, with the exception of the last page of the chapter. Yeah, though it stops like just before the end of chapter page 19, so pretty much, yes, it has almost the entire chapter. Thing starts off pretty much picking up where we left off the last episode, like the last panel, mentioning about, well, we have the witch saying, oh yeah, the king has returned. And she does mention that because she doesn't know, she already knows about the fact that they're planning to go visit Mother. And they go outside the Sakura Cosmos, but they need the other four, the members of the 4 stars. And so in the case of Shiki and Wiz, basically at this point, Wiz is not technically a member of the crew yet, but he will be soon. So they pretty much go to Blue Garden. And we also see Rebecca in see her getting a massage. Because, well, we have the witch where she says, oh yeah, I know what you think here because I eavesdrop and everything. And we also see Shiki and Wiz, they try to go to this one room and the door is locked. You have to have one of the stars unlock it, but excuse me, but she's too busy. Of course, she has to shove her little thing to, so we won't hear every single bit of conversation. Of course, Wiz is like, privacy is like, fine. And of course, Happy gets a special like massage with chemicals because he's a robot. Of course, mentioned about the fact that he got his memories transferred from his regular body to his robot body, and Pina herself basically, it's explained that possibly that the Demon King Ziggy, he may have invented he may have built the robot, but they don't really know. And they say that Pina was a new model, so that's a bit of a mystery there. And then they ride a Blue Garden in their brand new attires. Wade just goes off on his own because he basically is in the future and he really wants to see the future. So they need to find one of the information of one of the siblings. No, like maybe Blue Garden's information about it. So they go visit the guild hall and they see Caress, who's the guild girl there for Rebecca. Very happy to see because that means it's Noma. And there's no mention of the fact that she being punished for going there because they didn't know this place was banned. They had no idea about that. No one told them. So, then of course, Latina, basically, she shows up. And of course, refers to Shiki as Gravity Bro. Yes, Gravity Bro. And of course, she starts teasing Rebecca. And he says, why would I be friends with somebody who basically bullies Rebecca? Or at least because on your show. Though he does help her later on in the episode. Rebecca, of course, is called to go before the Guild Master. Why she's being called the Guild Master, don't know. They don't really say exactly, because she basically is later seen at the end of the episode being hauled off on another ship. That's explained a little bit later. Meanwhile, the Latina just walking through an alley with her 5 bodyguards, because she's that popular, so she has to get bodyguards. And all the bodyguards taken out by this warrior who's a ninja. And all are taking a look like he's about to take Latina, and then she shows up because he's lost, because they want to know my poo, which I thought was so hilarious. Excuse me, which makes this the 3rd series that particular creature is showing up because showing up in Raid Master, Fairy Tail, and now this series. The only reason why, same guy created all 3 series, Yomashima. And of course, he basically says, "Oh, you save me." He's like, "Not really here to save you, but I'd rather not let this stick," basically kidnapping women. So they have their fight, and this basically goes throughout this part of the city, which he basically, luckily enough, he basically is smart enough to know that he needs to save these people too, so he saves all the people, and they're all perfectly fine, just that the ground is sort of some minor damage. Of course, Pino diagnoses him, like, analyzes him. It turns out he is a cyborg, a ninja cyborg. Like, that's interesting. And it mentions about the planet Gildus, because that's where he's apparently from. And after hunting for a while, he decides to leave because, well, he just draws some attention, unwanted attention, so he just leaves. So, and then she gets back to the guild hall wondering where the heck Rebecca is. Why it's taking so long with Rebecca? And it turns out, like, Happy comes back partially damaged. Like, you're thinking, what the heck happened here? And it turns out Rebecca and the Guildmaster been kidnapped. By the way, this is the first of several times she gets kidnapped over the course of the series, because she's the damsel in distress. A lot of, although it doesn't play as often, but it does happen occasionally from what I read in the manga. But this is the first time she's ever been kidnapped per se. And he's off on a ship, and you're like, honey, you don't see what happens next, because that's what the episode ends. Of course, Shiki, of course, when he hears that possibly other streamers basically were targeted, he basically smashed the table unintentionally, and he says, time to go back to Eden Zero, and we see this mysterious woman. I don't remember who this woman is. He says, Eden Zero. And that's where the episode ends. Fantastic episode. I love it. Can't wait for next week. I'm so excited. I'm loving this series so far. It's so far 8 episodes in, and just a really good series. Okay, so that's it for this particular review. Stay tuned for my review for Black Clover, which I'll do next. And then I'm going to do My Hero Academia, One Piece, Boruto, and yes, Don't Toy Me, Miss Nagaro. Yes, that guy came out today, so I'm going to review that too. I'll probably do it as dead last of the anime I'm going to watch, so we'll see that later, okay? Next video. Bye.